What's up, people? And today I got my boy in the chair. Told me to do whatever. I think I'm gonna go with the burst fade. So let's see how this turns out.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Yo, YouTube. I'm back again with your boy, JSmooth. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I got my boy in the chair. He hasn't had a cut in a while. So we're going with the burst fade. So first of all, I start off with the number 2 to debulk and kind of start setting up the foundation of a burst fade so we could proceed to do that. And when I do the burst fade, it depends on the client, but I kind of give this one the effect of a mullet. I don't go all the way back like a mohawk, but I still consider this a burst fade. So I go in with the bald guideline, keep the line nice and clean. Second, I go in with my lever open, about 1/2 inch, and I'm curving and I'm hitting it with the corner of my clipper to kind of start forming up the shape. As I'm doing this, I'm opening and closing the lever so I could make the line disappear and make everything blend in so nicely. And as you can see, the line is disappearing and it's faded in nicely. And like I've said in my last 2 videos, I'm the type of barber that details and fades at the same time. Here I go with my 1 lever open and I go up like about 1 inch or 3/4 of an inch. I mean 3/4, not 3/4 of an inch. And I keep going with the foundation that I built to give that burst effect. And I'm going open and closing my lever. This is the 1/2 open. And I hit that with the corner so the line can start blending in with the guard that I used to set the guideline. As you can see, I'm using my corners. I like using my corners a lot so I don't create another guideline. Fade is coming together. Look at that smooth cut. But again, I want to come on here and tell you guys I appreciate you guys for showing the love on the last 2 videos that I've put out. Truly means a lot. I'm trying to come up with a lot more tutorials and ideas, so please leave a comment down below and give me ideas of what you guys want to see. And also, if you haven't subscribed, please press that subscribe button. As you can see, I go with my lever open. And with my lever open, I'm detailing the little small black spots that I see. And here I'm forming the C cup. So how I normally start it, I like making sure that I match up the top with the bottom and bring it together. Most of y'all will say this is a pushback. I don't consider this a pushback. One side has a lot more hair than the other, and you guys are about to see when I go to the other side. But look at this burst. It's already so nice and clean. It was just a couple simple steps. And I truly believe that haircuts truly make a difference. And here I'm with my shaver, making sure it gives you that skin bald look. And I go back in with my trimmer, making sure that the shaver didn't leave any line And then here, I'm brushing the hair in the back, and I'm just hitting it like if I'm squaring off the back. And you will see why I do this. Making sure it's nice and lined up, making sure I didn't leave any lines behind. Here we go with the other side. Like I always say, one thing that I do on one side is the same thing I do to the other. So here we're going with the number 2. And when I'm making these bursts, I truly like starting from the back of the ear and then connecting it to the front. It's a lot more easier for me instead of kind of messing up the foundation that I'm trying to build. And burst fades, I truly believe, can become really complicated if it's something like you never really done before. It's not like a fade. You have to build that kind of circle-ish, half a circle look to kind of start doing those burst fades. But every barber does their techniques different. This is what works for me. It might work for you, but it doesn't always work for others. Here I'm going again with my lever open up about like half an inch. And like how I say, the same thing that I do on one side is the same thing I do to the other. So I'm giving it that nice rounded burst effect. And these are my simple steps that I use when I'm doing burst fades.
Damn it, Tito. Another one?
Hope these steps can help you guys out. And if it does, please leave a comment down below to see if you guys have tried out these steps, or if any video that I have dropped so far has helped you. And here I'm going with my one open. And you guys can see I'm flicking out. I'm trying to blend into what I already have instead of creating another line. Me personally, I only go up to the highest guard I normally use in any haircut is the number 2. If I don't have a clipper over comb and I only have guards, then I will use the guard to kind of keep going up. But I normally like doing clipper over comb to blend in everything. And here you can see me still trying to hit that line and making sure it disappears. So I'm pretty sure here I have the half guard open. I'm trying to hit it little by little so I don't bring the fade up. And you can see it's blending in nicely. And I'm just opening and closing the lever as I go. And you can see me using the corners. I keep repeating it over and over. Corners save me when it comes to fade, so I don't bring up the fade. I seem to be struggling on this side, and I remember grabbing my other clipper and going with the lever open and seeing everything kind of blend in. That's kind of what I also do. If I'm struggling to take out a line with one clipper, I switch off to my other one to kind of see if it's doing the same thing, and it's most of the time it works and it takes out the line. Also, what I think will help out if you give your eyes a little bit of a rest and then come back to it, because I feel sometimes that we're too stuck on the haircut that we might see lines that are truly not there. And this is what I was saying. On this side, he has less hair, so it's the perfect C cup on this side, and then the other side you kind of have to match it up. So that's what I did with the other side. It was not a pushback. And like I said, I square off the back and this is why I square off the back. You're gonna end up seeing me kind of round off the back. I round off the back. I don't really like letting the hair kind of hang. Like if it's overgrown, I feel like it looks a lot better cleaned up. So this is why I do what I do. And look at that nice clean fade. And here I'm doing scissor work, and how I do scissor work, I like starting off with the front, kind of point cutting, making sure everything is all nice and even up front. You can see me point cutting, pulling everything, making sure everything's nice and clean. One thing that I do on one side is the same thing I do to the other. How I normally do the top, I part it in 3 sections. The side to the side, and then the middle one is my guideline. Is what I think works best. Either way, I know some people kind of just pull the hair back and keep cutting, but I feel like if you're trying to go with a nice flow and know how you want the hair to be shaped on top, you have to learn how to use shears and learn how to part hair. I'm still trying to teach myself. I'm not the best, but at least I'm trying. But how I'm doing it, I'm creating texture. So I'm point cutting throughout the whole hair. And you see me pulling it up and holding it firm. And you guys are gonna see me be point cutting. This is what I find helpful when creating texture for people that want that messy look or nice texture crop top look. And the same thing I do with the back so I can add texture. I split it into 3 parts. The middle is the guideline, and then I just bring it side to side, making sure everything's even. And what this does in the back, it creates layers. And I feel layers kind of give that texture look. You don't have to be point cutting in the back. I've been using this cutting technique with my shears ever since I took out a class in Fort Wayne. And it's helped me a lot with the foundations of a haircut that I want to build. And hopefully this helps one of you guys, and you guys could pass it on. And then here I'm using the straight razor. I'm making sure I pull the skin. And then here's the after. Let me know down below in the comment section how you think this came out. I truly think he looks different from how he came in the beginning. But if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and make sure